Hey everyone, happy college football. Welcome to Porcelain Picks. I'm your host, Andrew Fabian, and it's a Saturday morning. We've got a big bowl slate ahead. We at Porcelain Picks are here to bring you the locks you need as you scroll atop the porcelain throne. All right, so last night's game, we went 1-1 with Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech plus 6.5 was the victory. They come out, they absolutely demolish in the second half to get the win outright. The incorrect pick was the over. I called it over 66.5. We got that one wrong, and for that, we are accountable. For that, we are sorry. So 1-1 yesterday. We will redeem ourselves and get a winning record today. I can guarantee that. I've got 4 plays for you today out of the 7 games. All right, we're going to pick from 3 of the games. I've got 2 plays in the JMU game. So let's dive in. All right, we'll start with the noon kickoff. We've got the Birmingham Bowl. This is the Troy Trojans against the Duke Blue Devils. 2 teams on opposite ends of the spectrum right here. Troy comes in surprising on paper as a 6.5-point favorite over the Blue Devils. Troy's the stronger and hungrier team, in my opinion, coming into this game. I think the spread is spot on. I actually like Troy a little bit more than this. Troy coming off a high. They just won the Sun Belt in a big victory over Appalachian State. They don't have any notable transfers or opt-outs. No notable players go to the NFL. They have a linebacker who was a good role player who is transferring out and who's not going to be playing. But otherwise, their lineup is going to be pretty set. And their quarterback, Gunnar Watson, he's a senior. He's trying to close out with a victory. We've got Javon Solomon, their linebacker who leads the nation in sacks, is going to be back to play in this game, right? On the Duke side, we have a number of opt-outs. We have a number of transfers, the biggest being Riley Leonard. I know he was bumped and bruised to end the season, but he's out. He's going to Notre Dame. They lose a lot of production on the offensive side of the football. They lose a couple key role players on defense. They also lost their coach. Both teams coming in actually with new coaching staffs. Manny Diaz is going to have this Duke program back and rolling next year, but I do think the Blue Devils are a depleted squad. I think we're going to see Troy minus 6.5, lock it, flush it. All right, the second game, the Armed Forces Bowl. We've got JMU, their first ever bowl game. They're actually a 1.5-point underdogs at the time of this recording against Air Force. JMU's number 24 in the AP poll, not ranked in the college football playoff poll because they can't be. They should be. They will be next year. JMU coming in with Jordan McLeod, their quarterback, 3,400 yards passing. This offense was rolling down the stretch. They have the best rush defense in college football. While their coach did leave, they're going to have a new coaching staff in here. I think this JMU squad comes with a lot of motivation, a lot to prove today. In their first ever bowl game, they'll be really going hard to get that victory. On the Air Force side of the football, a little bit of a different story. So obviously, this squad's going to come. They're going to compete. They're not going to be lackadaisical in this matchup. They have a strong defense as well. So 2 strengths here on the defensive side of the football. Air Force, a bit of a faltering down the stretch. We saw them lose a few down the stretch after being ranked and trying to go for that New Year's Six bowl. Their offense, namely, has been struggling. They've failed to put up 20 points in 4 out of their last 6 games. So again, I think this is going to be a defensive battle. I like JMU to win this just on the sheer, backs of these players who are going to be. They really are motivated here getting into their first ever bowl game. I like JMU plus 1.5. I think JMU is going to win. We saw this. The money's been coming in on Air Force. I don't know if there's a late opt-out or something that I haven't seen anything like that on the JMU side, but it went from JMU a 2-point favorite to now Air Force a 1.5 favorite. I like JMU plus 1.5. And then I think the pick under 40.5. I think this will be a defensive battle. 2 teams trying to rush the football. I think we'll see some points coming in the second half that make it close, but I like under 40.5. Lock it, flush it. All right, last bowl game of the day, we got Utah and Northwestern. Northwestern is a 6.5-point dog. Utah, I was really high on these guys early in the season. I picked them a number of times, and they made us some money, but they really struggled down the stretch. Utah lost 3 out of their last 5 games. They had a not an impressive victory over Colorado, just barely squeaking by. We know the Buffaloes were on the downward spiral. The Utes have lost a bunch of players to the transfer portal and to the NFL draft. I think this is a depleted team, and while I do believe in the ultimate just style that this team plays, and I think they recruit a lot of guys who are going to play hard. I don't see Utah winning this game by more than a touchdown. I think on the Northwestern side, Ever since they got rid of Pat Fitzgerald, this team's been rolling. They scratched and clawed to make a bowl game. They're 6-6. I think these seniors are going to come to play. Northwestern's also a team built of the kind of the working class guy who shows up, gets the job done. I like the Wildcats plus 6.5 in this game. I actually think they might win this game at night. Take Northwestern plus 6.5, lock it, flush it. All right, so those are your 4 picks today on a college football Saturday, a bowl Saturday ahead of Christmas. I hope everyone has happy holiday. I'm going to actually send out the Porcelain audit on Tuesday this upcoming week, the day after Christmas. Until then, happy college football, everyone. Let's make some money. Porcelain Picks. I'm Andrew Fabian. Thanks.